I'm about to blow your mind because this is how you can keep your engine running using AI. And you can use this in any aspect of your life. If you haven't been keeping up with my videos, I'll update you on what happened. So I was having issues starting my engine. When I would turn the key, it would just go. That was my interpretation of the sound it would make. But basically, the starter was not engaging the flywheel and turning the engine over. So I opened up ChatGPT and I said, hey, my Evinrude G2 250 high output engine makes a very long grinding sound when I try to start the engine. It sounds like the starter is not engaging the flywheel. What is the problem? Now we're gonna let AI do its thing. Beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, bop. This issue is likely caused by the starter motor not fully engaging the flywheel. Here's the most likely reason. Either the Bendix gear is not engaging, there's a faulty starter motor, or there's flywheel issues, or maybe a weak battery. Then it goes into how you can run diagnostics. I'm going to ask one more question. Which of these issues do you think is most likely the cause? All right, it's doing its thing once again, searching. Most likely it is a worn or failing starter Bendix, the pinion gear or solenoid that's not fully engaged. So after I figured that out, I said, okay, so most likely my starter is probably bad. I thought maybe the teeth on my flywheel are bad, but according to AI, most likely the starter is bad. So I went to my computer and I was looking up parts for it, and I was trying to find a new starter for this engine, and I could not find a starter. I spent hours looking everywhere online. I typed in the part number and it still wouldn't pop up. So you know what I did? I went back to ChatGPT and this is what I asked it. Can you send me a link to the starter that I need for this engine? I'm going to buy a new one. Beep, beep, beep. All right. It's searching the web, it says. Bam, there it is. I found the starter. There's even aftermarket starters, so other companies that make starters that'll fit this engine. Here's a genuine Evinrude part starter, and it comes with links. I can click on it, and it'll take me right to the website that sells this starter. $224, I can have a brand new starter. I called up multiple mechanics, and they were all quoting me probably around $1,500 plus to come out and look at the issue, and they couldn't even guarantee that they would be able to fix it. So I took matters in my own hand. I bought the new starter for $225. Actually, the one I bought was like $190. So I took the old starter out, and here it is. That is the old starter, and I put the new starter back in. Shall we turn the key and see if she turns over? Moment of truth, here we go. Woo! Fired up perfectly. Yes. Hold on now though, it gets even better. You might notice I have some steering fluid, and I am making my boat very nice again. I wanted to make sure all the steering fluid's good, redo all the fluids on the engine. I just want this thing to be dialed in and perfect. So I asked ChatGPT a very important question. I said, where's the reserve where I can make sure all my fluids are topped off? And this is kind of funny. I'm only showing you guys this so you can have a good laugh. Okay. So ChatGPT told me that what I'm looking for is on the port side of the engine. And then it said, you can take a picture of your engine and I can help further show you where it is. So I took a picture of the starboard side of the engine, the right side of the engine, as you can see right there. And ChatGPT says, thanks for the photo, but this is the starboard side of your engine. I need the port side. So basically ChatGPT was making fun of me for being an idiot and sending it a picture of the right side of the engine when it asked for a picture of the left side. But how crazy is that? That it can recognize that I sent it the picture of the wrong side of the engine. It's like, no, that's the port side. It says, go to the port side, the opposite side of your photo, and send me another picture. So I redid it and then I sent it the right side of the picture. And then it says, great. The reservoir you're looking for is not immediately visible because it's hidden behind that lower black plastic midsection cover. It is insane that AI can take a picture that I give it and tell me exactly where the part that I'm looking for is and tell me exactly step by step what to do to fix my engine. Let me turn the water off so we don't waste all this water. But man, when I was a little kid, when I wanted to learn something, I remember having a computer in my room way back in the day, and then Google came out, and I would just sit on my computer all day long asking Google all sorts of questions like, why is a tomato red? Why can't we breathe underwater? Why can't I get a girlfriend? You know, I would ask it all sorts of questions. In the past, if you wanted to fix something, you would have to buy a book about it. And then after books, there was websites and forums, and you'd have to look all over the forums to find out how to fix something or whatever your question was. After the forums came Google, and Google allowed you to search the web quicker so you could find the right forums. But now with AI, it does all of that for you in seconds. You no longer have to spend hours and hours on the forums trying to figure out how to fix stuff. And the Evinrude G2 engine, there are almost no guides. If you go on YouTube and you search anything about this engine, there's almost no tutorials. And somehow AI still can figure it out. I'm mind blown. But wait, there's more. My live well, there is a spring that was attached here that keeps the live well door open. And that spring broke. And I could not find the exact spring that came with this boat, probably because it was like, I don't know, 15 years old. So what did I do? Oh, I'm gonna show you what I did. I took a picture of the spring. I don't know, can you guys see that? Kind of hard to see, but I took a picture of the spring and I asked ChatGPT to find this for me online because I went to West Marine and multiple places and I couldn't find this. And ChatGPT comes back and gives me 3 different websites where I can go ahead and buy this, just based off of a picture. What? It gets better though, it gets even better. This one, I think you guys are gonna really like. So I was fishing the other day, and I wanted to test out to see how good is AI really. So I took a picture. Look at this picture. That is a terrible picture, right? Can you tell what kind of fish that is? It is an absolutely horrible picture. The fish is flopped over. You can barely even see half of the fish. And I asked ChatGPT, I said, what kind of fish is this? And it says, this appears to be a juvenile barracuda. Barracudas are known for their elongated bodies, pointed heads, sharp teeth, and they usually have dark spots or bars along the sides, which fade as they mature. So if you're ever fishing and you catch a fish and you don't know what it is, take a picture of it, put it into ChatGPT and just ask it. This thing knows everything. Are you starting to see where I'm going with this and how you can apply this to your life? It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Last week I uploaded a video saying that I am selling my boat, and I asked you guys what I should do, and I was thinking about putting a new Yamaha on the back. And boy, did you guys come at me hard. Hundreds of comments of people telling me what to do. And thank you guys for being so supportive and having my back and trying to look out for me. Basically, 70% of y'all told me not to put a new Yamaha on the back. You guys said that I should just keep the Evinrude on the back and sell it as is. And to my surprise, I've probably had 10, 20 people ask me to buy the Evinrude. I didn't know that there was a market for the Evinrude. I thought nobody liked them anymore. But apparently, a lot of people do like these, especially down in South Florida and some of the lakes. It seems like the Evinrude is a hot engine, probably because of its lightweight and high torque. And this thing can be flashed to a 300 horsepower engine. So this thing's pretty badass, I guess. And now that I know that I can fix it by myself and AI can just find any parts I ever need if anything breaks on it, I can just fix it myself. So, you know what? I think this engine has a good 5-10 more years in it. I've seen G1 Evinrudes that are still running good, and this thing is a G2. It's the newest engine they made. And if I spend $30,000 or the $27,000, whatever it is, for a brand new Yamaha on the back of this thing, then all of a sudden I have so much money invested into this boat, it's just easier to sell it as is, and whoever wants to work on this can do their thing. You can probably get a lot of really good years out of this boat if you're somewhat anything mechanically inclined, you'll be able to keep this thing running. And that's the updated situation with the boat. She's running good again. What I'm gonna do now is completely clean her, polish her, get her shining. Any little things on it, I'm gonna fix. I wanna get her dialed in and beautiful, and I'm going to fish her so damn hard. We're gonna catch some big fish, and I have a little secret. We may have a sword fishing reel in the works, and we might be doing some daytime sword fishing. I have a lot of nighttime sword fishing trips planned. She's ready, and she's still for sale because I am getting a new boat, but that may take several months before a new boat is going to be sitting here. So until then, I'm gonna fish her hard. She is for sale. If you really want her, send me an offer, Heiko at southfloridafishingchannel.com. That's my email. Feel free to email me an offer. I think we should take her for a spin. What do you guys think? All right, I'm gonna finish cleaning her, put the cowlings back on, drop her in the water, and let's go for a ride. Oh, I got her sparkling so good. I even replaced the anodes. These are the old ones. Now the new ones are looking real crisp, and I gave the whole boat a cleaning, a polishing. And now it actually looks like a real lean, mean, clean fishing machine. Look how shiny that is. Whew. Almost not used to this, but it won't last long because we're gonna paint the deck red with some fish. We gotta put the boat in the water. Trailer is washed down and sparkling, and the boat, it's never looked this good. I'm gonna start washing her down a lot more often because damn, it just looks so good. Oh, there's a little dirty spot I missed up here. Look at that. Yeah, we're gonna have to finish that, but the front looks good. And I gotta clean this little bit of black stuff off of the cushions. That shouldn't be too hard. Woo! All right, the boat is loaded down, ready to do some fishing.
Loaded down and trucking.
And that's gonna be the next video, so you're gonna have to just push that subscribe button. Oh!
No pushy, no watchy.
No pushy, no watchy. That's right.